They just poured over fucking ice.
Fucking ice. You'd think it was melt.
Godless Starbucks.
Regardless. Starbucks. Ow.
You don't even have the godless glass. Your glass has snow on it.
Does it? Oh, well, look at me, fancy.
Dark-sided.
It's because I walk with Jesus. Welcome to the Terrible People Podcast. I'm Brian.
I'm Mo.
I'm Leanne.
And I'm Kelly.
And we are terrible.
All right, let's keep going.
We've got like 17 hours of Dancing with the Stars shit to talk about.
Oh, no, please don't. Let's not torture anybody with that.
We can just get through the last one.
No, because the Halloween one was my favorite one.
I didn't see it.
So much so that I watched it twice. And
Jesus Christ.
Did you watch the whole thing twice or just Alex?
I watched the whole thing twice. I watched it once before I left for vacation. And
This should be recording. Let's just go.
it is recording.
Oh.
Because anytime we're not recording, you all have lots of shit to say. So I just pushed record.
Well, that's why I said you should push
Well,
record.
it helps to have a podcast that records shit. Jesus Christ.
So, Dan, okay.
Okay,
We're in
17
rare
okay.
form
Fun for
today.
me
Hey,
in the editing
listener.
bay later.
Hey, listener.
Hey,
nest
listener.
in for 17 hours of Dancing with the Stars updates.
No, but there's some good stuff in Dancing with the Stars. Not so much the show, but we. No, but I found this thing this morning, which we'll get to after we discuss the shows briefly. Because all right, so Dancing with the Stars news. We were like 3 weeks behind, and so we have weeks 7, 8, and 9 to talk about.
God save us.
Really, I think the only one that bears much repeating or discussion is week 7, because that was the Halloween episode, and it was my favorite. And I watched it twice.
we need to talk about 9.
Oh, we'll talk about it.
Okay.
No, we're going to talk about it.
Because I got a lot to say.
I have some stuff to say, too, and I was really pissed off in week 9.
I'm going to need some whiskey.
Oh, yeah, we can do that. You want me to pause?
Do you want me to pour it in your shitty coffee?
Yes, please.
Okay, so week 7 was the Halloween episode, and I really enjoyed a couple of dances there. I thought Tamar and Val were fantastic.
What did they dance to?
They danced to People Are Strange When You're a Stranger.
I didn't know Cher sung that.
Helps if you can see the hair flip, people.
But also, that was the week she gave shade, where she was like
About the judges?
No, that was
No?
the week where they said, "How did she think she was doing?" And she said, "Oh, I'm the best dancer in the competition."
Oh, I thought we had already talked about that.
Have
Oh,
we?
I guess, no, well, we emailed.
I think we probably texted.
We texted.
Yeah.
Because you stood up for her, and I said she's a complete and total bitch.
Oh yeah, no, that's not in question. I don't think.
I was persuaded. I believe she is now the finest dancer who ever lived. Of that I
Better
have.
than Gene Kelly.
Sure.
Better than Fred Astaire.
Way.
Better than Charo.
Obviously.
Definitely. Wait,
Wow.
Charo.
Yeah.
No,
She danced.
the judges did not like it as much as I did. They only gave her a 24.
Coochie isn't a dance.
She's a celebrated flamenco guitarist.
I think we're having a side conversation over there.
Anyway.
Okay, back to the topic at hand that doesn't involve anybody from the Love Boat.
But if I remember correctly, they got a 24 because they didn't include enough elements of the, was it the tango? Was that what they were doing? Foxtrot. Sorry, they didn't include enough elements of the foxtrot, which I would agree with.
Okay. Well, apparently her shine is wearing off amongst the viewers because when the times came for who was safe and who was not safe, Tamar and Val were the last to be called safe. So
Hubris.
Moving on.
They've got that going for them.
Hey, people tune
my
into the
favorite part of the show,
recaps.
however, was when they brought in Artem
Yes.
to fist some sense into the crotch grabbing Alec, who was featuring black eyeliner for this episode, and I just love everything that's going on with him.
And Artem kind of showed up like Barney badass too, and his leathers and his bike and
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Who the hell is Artem?
Yeah.
He's one of the professionals.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He always gets saddled with the elderly people, I think.
Because that was the week that Alec,
good
when
with
they were
walkers.
discussing the judges' scores, he like flipped off
Yes,
the
he
judges,
did.
and then he grabbed his crotch.
Yeah,
and,
I really am.
Alec did?
yeah,
Yes.
everything about it.
I was unclear this week.
Everything
that
about it did everything for me.
Oh,
he, that's
that
true. Because
see,
I was unclear this week that he wasn't a robot.
he's really doing a terrible job anymore. He needs to go.
I think
How
he's
did
a
I
ro-
miss the crotch grabbing and the
No,
fingers?
it's been like 3 weeks. You saw it and we discussed it at the time, but it's been 3 weeks. Every day's a new day for you.
Are you hiding your own Easter eggs yet?
Fuck all y'all.
Well, you are much older than us.
Still Alice.
Yeah, you'll be real sad when I try to OD on your eyelash crap.
That's why I hide my Valium.
What's the name of that shit?
Latisse.
Latisse.
Latisse,
Okay.
you really should sponsor us because
Latisse.
Kelly is.
Have you looked at my eyelashes
Honestly.
lately?
Kelly's
They're
eyelashes
touching
are.
me here.
I know they're. I feel them brushing
They really
against my skin.
They really
It's
are.
like she's giving
That
butterfly
shit-
kisses
I can-
to everyone in the room.
I can give a butterfly kiss from 4 feet.
That shit works for real. And this is a girl who does not grow hair, honest to God, people.
I don't, but
She
this
has
shit
no hair.
works. Latisse, send us some money because I love you.
So from looking at this week, it's going to come down to Bindi and
Yeah,
Nick, right?
absolutely.
That's going to be the final
That's
two.
what I was thinking after this week, that it's going to be Bindi and Nick.
Yeah.
And I just want to smack Nick.
Wait, who's Nick again? No,
the
Carter.
beast.
Okay, got
The
it.
Who guy left.
Bad Street Boy, whatever.
He's the professional dancer.
Yes.
He's the professional.
It's going to
Slash
come
victim.
down to professional dancer.
Who's having a boy.
Slash victim.
It's just wrong.
Who's having a boy.
Yes,
Dancing
that's
with-
right.
Yes. they-
Not, I mean, a baby boy.
A baby
Yeah.
boy.
He's
Well,
he might be
Oh.
having a boy, but I'm unclear.
the cycle of abuse.
Yeah.
oh. You know what?
Meth is a
I
bad
will
thing.
say Nick is actually trying really hard to be a likable person anymore. I think getting married has changed him. He's not the
Was he
asshole
married during the
was.
middle of the show? What?
No, but
Oh,
I mean, for when they did that show where he acted like such a jerk.
his reality show all
Yes,
those years ago.
yes,
God, we're sad.
he's actually trying to be a nice
Is
person.
that the one reality show you didn't watch, Leanne?
There are lots I don't watch. Give me a minute and I'll think of one.
Allegedly.
I don't really watch Dancing with the Stars.
I was going to say, Dancing with the Stars, she doesn't watch.
The one thing anybody wants your damn opinion about.
Which, by the way, we're going to have a sidebar conversation, you and me, later about the Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Oh, Jesus.
You need to start
She's
watching
not
again
Because
because
Tootie's on.
Tootie's on, but they haven't brought in
Actual Tootie or a pretend
Tootie, yes.
Tootie?
Tootie.
Real
Tootie.
Tootie.
Real Tootie?
Pretend
Tootie.
Tootie.
I want to watch if Tootie's on.
Tootie's on. She comes on
Look
next
at
week.
Mo. Mo is in a panic.
Is she wearing roller
Panic.
skates?
I'm just
You
not
take
gonna
the
watch
good,
it.
you
Take the bad, you take them both, and there you have the facts of life.
We can't
The
afford
facts
this.
of life.
Oh, sorry.
Is
You
she
only get
wearing
7
roller
seconds.
skates?
That's my ringtone
Okay,
for
Somebody
you.
asked
funny,
her
it's
in
funny
the
you should
show.
mention that because that she has her first encounter with Kenya next week.
Who is a brain trust?
Hold on. She's going to Africa.
Kenya Moore, former Miss USA, I think. Yeah, USA.
Okay.
Mrs. or Miss?
Miss.
Just joking.
And so the first question she asked her is, do you still have the roller skates?
That's the first question I'd ask Tootie.
Okay,
No,
Tootie,
you
Tootie is
wouldn't.
not thrilled about that question.
Can we all just say that her name isn't actually Tootie?
Bullshit.
I have no idea what her
it's
actual
Tootie.
name is. She's
Her actual
Tootie.
name is Kim Field. And you
Kim.
call yourself a super
You
fan.
know they're all
Tootie.
going to call her Tootie in the confessional.
That's a farty noise. Why would
Kim
they call
Tootie.
All right.
Why did they name her Tootie in the Facts of Life? I can't say why. All I can do is follow.
Wow. And that was a deep thought
That was
from Kelly
beautiful,
Cannon.
man.
Fuck you. Tootie.
All right, back to Dancing
Back
with
to
the Stars.
Tootie.
Okay, but my favorite two dances of week 7, the Halloween dance, were the team dances. They were both
Oh,
really fantastic
yes.
dances.
Those two.
Anybody
But-
dance to Monster Mash?
They opened the show with Monster Mash.
Okay.
The intro, but it
Now-
wasn't.
Make
It
sure
wasn't
they're
for points or
upholding the
judging.
tradition.
Now, I will say that they were both good, but This Is Halloween, which was the Nick and
Oh, This Is
Sharna,
Halloween was
Hayes and Emma, Andy
tremendous.
and Allison, Tamar and Val, Tamar.
This is Halloween.
It
from
was
The Nightmare Before
spectacular.
Christmas.
Yes, and
it was a
was
spectacular.
It was
dance.
spectacular.
I
They
might have to go actually dig that one up. Then.
Yeah, it's worth looking at. They nailed it. And I would say the Ghostbusters one I was really disappointed in, and here's why. Because Derek and Mark are usually better than that. I thought it was kind of a crappy dance.
Okay, I want to talk about Derek and Mark here in a little bit. I think in one of these other
Don't
episodes.
they live together?
Yes,
they do. And Mark could not keep his hands off of Derek during one of those interview sessions up top.
They're just friends. No, I believe that.
Oh, okay.
Mark has a
Me
very
too.
serious girlfriend. No, Mark
Yeah,
actually.
so serious.
Yeah,
She's a
no,
man.
Is he married to his man bun?
No,
because that
here's
thing
the
is
deal.
gross.
Here's the deal with Mark. Okay, first of all, they were both raised in the dancing community. So Mark, yes, does he act effeminate? Absolutely. Is he very comfortable with other
The
men?
dancing community.
They were.
What's your excuse,
His
Brian?
mother was a champion.
4-H.
Anyway, Mark.
4 holes, no waiting.
I don't want to hear a bad thing said about Mark because Mark actually has stood up for Derek on numerous occasions saying that it's basically no one's business what Derek's sexuality is. And
So he's gay.
he has been a
Isn't
good,
that a trigger?
he has been a very good friend of the gay community.
And you could understand all of that with Derek's dick in his mouth. You're like some sort of homo whisperer.
Anyway, I was disappointed in their dance.
He called him, what did he call him? Killing the moment, Derek? Or killing
He
the
called him
killing the vibe?
Killing the vibe, Derek, I believe.
So you were disappointed? Why?
I didn't think it was good.
It was a little sloppy.
It was very sloppy.
It was all right.
And I also didn't
It was.
think...
It was no. This is Halloween.
No, not even close. But here's the thing. Derek has also, on all of the team dances, Derek has never lost a team dance, and his team dances are always way better than anyone else's team dances. And I thought this one was kind of bad.
Fair enough. Let's go on to week 8.
I don't even remember what happened in week 8.
They did one unlearned dance for the personal icon tribute. And I made horrible fun of Andy
Who?
choosing his mom, and then I found out she died.
That's right.
And then I felt really bad about it.
Yeah.
There's a reason why our show is called Terrible
That's you.
People.
Well, because I thought that's the lamest thing ever. You're dancing for your mom. Oh, fuck, she's dead.
Hey, I was dissing on the mural at Starbucks until I pulled forward and it said Girls and Boys Club. And I was like, oh, fuck. And Kelly's like, well, I bet you feel bad now. And I'm like,
I don't care what. I don't care who it benefits. Those are dancing vaginas.
those are totally dancing chocolate vaginas.
I know they're supposed to be coffee beans.
Sure.
They're not coffee beans.
I think that's really all we need to say about week 8.
Who got sent home?
Dancing vaginas?
Who?
Who got egg?
Who?
Wait, but is it because wasn't week 8?
Was there scandal?
No,
Intrigue?
wasn't it where they fucking waxed Alec?
No, that was week
No,
9.
that's week 9.
Okay,
I actually
all right, 'cause
watched that one.
I'm gonna bitch about that for like 15
Yeah.
minutes.
No, and who got sent home?
Yeah. Andy got sent home.
Who?
And
Who?
Egg.
Was he still on that show?
He actually did a really good dance, but yes, he got sent home.
All right, well, let's
well,
talk about...
he's always been pretty good. I mean,
Who?
score wise, not that week because that 22 sucked balls, but you know, in general, he's been one of the higher performing dancers. Quite athletic.
Oh, a Viennese waltz. That's what he did. Yeah, that wasn't good. Never
And he
mind.
loves his mother, that
And he
dumb
loves
fuck. Loser.
His dead mother.
He loves his dead mother. Oh, yeah, she died. What a hero.
You're terrible, Muriel. Terrible.
Week 9.
Week 9. All right. What do we got here for week 9?
Well.
gloss over that week. Nothing happened.
Well,
And then
Kelly's winding
and then
it
the
up.
wax came out.
Tamar.
Kelly's winding up.
Stunt queen realness.
Tamar
Okay,
got sick.
I love this shit. So she didn't show up for the show.
Right.
No, she did show up for
Wait,
the
wait,
dress
wait, wait,
rehearsal.
wait, wait,
Oh, sorry.
So she didn't show up at the beginning of the show.
Correct.
And so they judged her sloppy, hot mess of a dress rehearsal dance. I
yes.
think her score was like 4. Oh, no, wait. I'm sorry, 22. But it could have easily been a 4 because that was...
It was bad.
Bad.
Yeah.
So she had gone to the emergency room earlier in the day.
Well,
because apparently her schedule is very packed with appearances at shopping malls and
Gas stations
gas stations.
and grocery store openings.
So she went to the ER to have that enormous stick removed. Surgical intervention.
And while
required.
there, had the chip removed from her shoulder.
Oh, she didn't have it removed.
Did she have the sand removed from her vagina?
She did not.
You think
Extensive
Obama? Hey, thanks, Obama. That's all I'm saying.
So yes, so the entire story. So they at the beginning of the show they say Tamar is not here. She may be back at any moment, but this is live TV. Don't you love live TV? And blah blah. So they just keep going on about this. So when they get to their dance, she doesn't show up.
Right. So they judge the
So they judge the
dress rehearsal dance, which is
Right.
what they do.
Yes,
However, she has another dance to perform
she does.
that
Team
night
dance.
because they're
The
they're
couple
doing
dance,
couples
yeah.
dances. And
Sorry, I don't know the vernacular.
well, Tamar and Val and Nick and Sharna have to dance together later to that Beatles song, Hey Jude. And so, like, 15 minutes before the show ends,
She comes running in.
Wait a minute.
Well, no,
don't they
no.
get a text
She
first
come-
that
she
says
comes-
I'm at Mulholland and
Oh, I don't know.
7th or something?
yeah, but she comes strolling in like sweatpants and hospital
Yeah.
scrubs.
Yeah. Oh, and she still has her bracelet.
And
on.
she still has
Don't
her
forget
bracelet
that.
on 2 minutes later in full makeup
Yes.
and hair and dress.
Yeah. How'd that happen?
Maybe I should stop fast forwarding through her bits.
And then she
take the
dances,
405.
and they actually do really, really well. I mean, considering
I thought it was sloppy.
I didn't
but
like-
you think everything's sloppy.
I didn't
thought
like it at all.
I didn't either. I thought she was.
You
she
spent
was
like
sloppy.
15 minutes a
Problem-
couple of weeks ago defending Bindi Irwin collapsing on top of Derek Hough during their.
First of all, she didn't collapse. Secondly, he held her up.
It was like holding up a dead fish.
I'm not saying it wasn't, but they did it. She didn't.
Well,
she didn't
Tamar
pretend.
did it too.
She didn't
got up and
pretend.
danced.
She didn't pretend Lena, and then with one arm up in the air so slow. Oh, I can't quite reach my arm up all the way. Oh.
Okay, 2 comments. A, on the Derek Bindi thing, there was some kind of magnetic force that was going to keep her boobs away
She
from
has
his
got the
face.
biggest
so
boobs.
that's how he held her up.
I-
It was science. That was 1. And 2, the problem for me really with the Beatles dance was that it followed the fantastic Chicago dance.
Oh,
Yeah.
Fosse.
And-
Fosse.
yeah.
I don't care. If you can do Bob Fosse well, it's a fantastic dance.
That was a great dance.
I
It
thought
was a
they
great
did a
dance.
great job. And then
That-
I had to go watch the Cirque du Soleil people, and that just isn't. It's 2 entirely different forms.
Yeah, so Alexa and Mark and Bindi and Derek danced the Charleston to All That Jazz. And
The Charleston, in air quotes, but yeah, basically.
but
That's what it was called.
it was a great dance.
Although I love the fact that she looked up the Carlton.
I missed that part.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Bindi looked at the Carlton.
yeah,
Bindi
they
says-
told her she was doing the Charleston, and so she thought they said the Carlton, and so she was trying to figure out how to do the Carlton.
To Fosse.
She's so cute. I love her.
I do. I love her.
Um,
I bet you probably can do the Carlton too, and like really good now.
Probably really well.
Yep.
okay, I agree with you that Alec is coasting through this, but I think he's probably doing. I think he's putting as much effort into it as he wants to.
I don't think he wants. I don't think he's wanted to be there for the last few weeks.
Now,
And he's
it
lost
wasn't.
his will to live.
It wasn't
evidently.
this week. It was the previous week, right, where they did the icons dance, where his icon was Chris Kyle, the American Sniper dude,
It was either.
and they brought his
Right.
2 little friends in
Yeah.
that were on the train with them, bottom, and bottom, and
You are
Wait a
so
minute.
gay.
Did they
he
bring the
brought
guy-
in his little friends?
So the guy that got beat
She's
up.
grandpa.
So the guy that got beat up in front of the gay bar was wheeled in, or
No, he looks fine now.
Oh, good.
Yeah, and
Fine for you.
then he opened his mouth and a purse fell out
Oh.
because because he said something about he wished the scores were higher. And what's the chick's name with the microphone?
Aaron.
Yeah, she's like the judges are right through there, and he's all, "Ooh, I'm gonna go get them." And I was just, Mary, please.
Yeah. You're not beating anybody up.
Which assurance, God bless you. They shaved Alec this week. They waxed him.
They waxed
waxed
his
him.
chest. Yes.
What the fuck?
What do you mean, what the fuck?
It's a Doberman.
isn't-
Let it have its ears.
There
The-
isn't a hairy man or woman on that show.
There's not. She's right.
I know,
Not
and that's
even-
what made
and
him
you
so
know-
pleasing.
You know that Max and Val have pelts.
Oh, yeah. That's true. You know they are.
You know
hairy
that when they're
as-
not on the show, they look like they're wearing a sweater in the pool.
Like they got beaver hats
Oh,
underneath
yeah.
their arms.
Exactly.
In fairness, there's
No.
probably a couple
Hey.
of lady dancers in about 10 years. It happens to the Eastern Europeans. I'm sorry, it just does.
I'm just saying, it's cold in Russia. You got to
Right,
have that
right.
extra layer.
Exactly. That's just science.
Exactly. Kansas science.
Well, okay, here's the
So-
problem. He said he was feeling self-conscious about his body, and they showed who did they show? One of the Russian brothers,
We'll say Val.
and then some guy who was on the show last year,
We'll say
one of the celebrities, Nick something, I don't know.
Nick. sure.
Anyway, and they were
No,
all
they
they were
showed-
all very muscular and with abdominal
They
definition.
showed the guy who did the Magic Mike thing, the husband.
Oh, Carlos
Yeah,
Peña
they
Vega.
showed
They showed him,
Carlos.
and they showed some other guy, and he was like, "I'm feeling really self-conscious about my body." Well,
Because
here's
he's
the deal.
doughy.
I was gonna say, here's the deal. Hair hides a multitude of sins.
So does airbrushing abs.
So waxing him was really not the best idea because there's not as much definition under there as there is on a Carlos Peña Vega or that other guy.
Well, they probably waxed him at the beginning of the week, and then he didn't eat till after the show.
And they brought girls in to wax him. I don't know
Yeah.
why I put girls in air quotes because they were
Because
obviously
they
women.
were girls, but yes. Well, they also let Bindi wax him, which I think she's still underage, so seems yucky.
And nobody was doing any of the 40-year-old, fuck me in the ass.
Kelly Clarkson!
I really was waiting for the Kelly Clarkson joke.
I
but
would.
He's
nobody
probably
did
never
it.
seen that movie.
Anyway,
It's old.
that whole thing was an affront. That was a personal attack on me.
Oh, it was in the
Hirsute
front.
men everywhere.
Which, speaking
Are you
of
going to
hirsute-
protest?
Trigger.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
trigger.
Did you make
Were
a
you
Facebook
triggered?
page already?
I needed a trigger warning.
Speaking
So
of
sorry.
hirsute, I want
There-
to talk
there
about
is
Miley
help
Cyrus and these
available?
latest photos later. Can
I
we do
haven't
that?
seen him. Sure.
Oh,
Put it on
Is that the
list.
one where she's licking the piano?
No, these are the candy photos.
Candy, candy.
Candy, candy, candy.
The song that really doesn't exist.
It does. Y'all can suck it.
It's on my Halloween
Yeah,
playlist,
look them up. These
How,
are.
how does it not exist?
It's a
a
big long thing.
personal tale.
Oh, okay.
It's an inside joke
Save it for Oprah after the show.
between me and my woman.
It's my favorite. What's his name?
Iggy Pop.
Iggy Pop. All I could think of
It's
was
her
Eddie
favorite
Izzard. It's
Iggy
my
Pop.
favorite Eddie Izzard
It's her
song.
favorite Iggy Pop song that doesn't exist.
Okay, let's wrap this piss poor recap up. Alexa and Mark got a 30, and then Alexa got eliminated.
Yes.
Which
How
was
do we
a
feel about that?
travesty.
And also, I would like to add that was, I thought she outdanced Bindi.
I
think
thought she outdanced
everybody.
everyone.
That
I do too.
thing she did about bulimia, which
I
I
thought
was
she
mocking up until she danced.
Until she
it.
danced.
Wait,
It was the
Because
dead mother all over
It
again.
was, which I was.
she
Well,
danced
I just
bulimia?
mock because
She
you
had
know
her
I wish I had it
personal dance.
just for a while.
Bulimia is a life goal.
Exactly.
She did the dance with Mark where she was. She told him that in her past that she had suffered from bulimia, so they did this contemporary dance based around her struggle, and it was really a lovely dance. She did a good
It
job.
was it didn't have actual vomit in it
I
or a
must have-
toilet.
I must
Maybe
have
before, but not
reading something more interesting.
not during.
I tend to read.
But yes, I agree. But it's
That
kind
night,
of like when the
you
cheetah
couldn't
girl was
touch her.
eliminated.
Oh, and it was so sad because, her husband is right there.
Yeah.
I know.
Oh, and
he
good
was
Lord.
so
He was like, oh,
freaking
He
sweet.
boo-hooed.
Oh my
he was
God,
like, let them
he's-
have what they want. I wish it was me.
I-
oh,
yeah.
it
He
was all
said-
so
He
sad.
said everything right.
And then, but also
I
earlier
don't
in the
have that in my life.
earlier earlier in the episode, he had said he wanted to
Sorry,
kick her
Jack.
ass, and then when she actually got
that's right.
eliminated, he
Oh, he
completely
was
broke down. It was nice.
devastated.
It was really sweet.
Okay, so we learned after the show
Oh God.
We
that
did?
yeah,
Yes.
we learned after the show that Tamar
God.
has withdrawn from the competition.
Yes.
Blood clots in the lungs. I
Which-
feel like this is a recurring Braxton family.
That's what I was just
trauma.
going to say. I think that
Blood
this is
isn't that what's her name? What did
no.
what
This
did
no.
the
This
Real
is
Housewife
what.
had?
No,
Just a
she
stroke?
had a stroke.
Oh, okay.
She had
Sorry,
a-
I get those two mixed
She had
up.
an extremely minor stroke. By extremely
stage
minor.
1 or 2.
Yeah.
Meaning she had a headache.
Meaning-
And said, fuck this.
Yeah. Meaning she didn't want to get on the airplane, I think is what it meant. But no, this is what
No,
her
this
husband
This is
had.
what her husband had, the blood
Right.
clots on the lungs.
And I
Oh,
want
that
to,
poor baby.
but it doesn't run in fucking families. I'm sorry.
Especially when they're not related.
Well, so we know.
Well,
Anyway,
I
so
think
she's
that
withdrawn.
since Tamar cannot dance, that the world should just stop dancing. Period. Because she's only the greatest dancer who ever.
I am willing, though, to give her the benefit of the doubt on this, only because, yes, she's unlikable in the extreme, but she was a pretty talented dancer. And
But
it's
I
not like
think-
she did this after week 2, like Kim Zolciak, where, was like, ooh, this is hard. I mean, this bitch did some
Hey.
hard stuff for like 9
Yes.
weeks.
All right,
I think she realized though that she was never going to win because she's not likable.
Right,
So she decided
because she's a terrible person.
She decided she was done.
Okay, that's fair.
Which I really think sucks because the professional dancers get paid based on how far they go.
They know what
Well,
they're
if
in
she was
for. These
gonna-
are fucking
if she
half-baked,
was-
flaky celebrities they're dancing with. I mean,
If she was gonna flake out, and she knew she was gonna flake out, she
You know
shouldn't
what?
have let the other chick get kicked
No.
off.
if
Well,
they
exactly.
if
She
these
shouldn't.
celebrities had a work ethic, they wouldn't be on Dancing with the Stars. They'd be working. So
Well, and here's the
And
other
that's
part.
not fair. Bendy has a work ethic.
Do you get
she's too young to know better.
Bendy has a work ethic.
do you get more publicity now if you drop out of the show halfway through than if you win
Probably Tamar
at
does.
at this point now? I can't tell you who won last season. The last person I really
Carlton.
remember winning is Donnie, and that's just because I'm in love with him.
Wasn't
got
it
all
Carlton won last season, or was that the season before last season?
See what I mean?
Anyway.
Enough said. Thank
Okay,
you.
but I have a question. People who've actually been watching this show for 21 fucking seasons.
Oh yeah, from the fucking beginning, Brian.
Aren't you proud, Mo?
I quit watching for a
So
while.
Tamar
but
withdrew. Will they bring Alexa back?
Probably.
Okay.
They
I
usually do.
figured they probably would
Yep.
because they have to keep the show going for the
Right.
contracted number of
exactly.
weeks.
Yes,
Oh, really?
So I figured Alexa would come back.
I think she. Will.
Oh, I hope so.
Yeah,
I
I-
really felt terrible for her because she was untouchable.
Yes, she was.
There
My
wasn't-
guess is she'll come back.
Anybody near her.
No.
And I mean, even Bindi in the same dance with her.
Yeah.
Okay, and can we just say that Bindi looks just like crap? I had a joke.
Give her a minute.
Who played in Chicago?
It's
Who
a joke that requires
Who's the blonde
research.
chick in Chicago in the movie?
Oh, Small Eyes.
Renee Zellweger.
Yes, Bindi looks more like Renee Zellweger's old face
She did look more.
than Renee
she
Zellweger
did.
looks like Renee Zellweger.
She did. You're
I'm
right.
just saying.
You're right.
She is one of the
That would
Sami-
have been a really funny joke if I could remember my
she
fucking
is,
name.
she is one of the Sami people.
I think she's one of the fetal alcohol syndrome
No,
people.
she
Yeah,
really is.
Bindi
like,
hadn't-
she
has-
really does have Sammy in her.
Did
Okay, there's one other thing we need to discuss about this show, and then we're going to move on to a little bit more Dancing with the Stars news.
oh great!
I know. I'm thrilled, too.
Can't wait, listener.
Okay, so
Hang on, Cliff. We're almost done.
so they did,
Stay with us, Cliff.
so they did couples dances, and it was Alec and Lindsay and Carlos and Whitney, and they danced to
I know
"We
what
Will
you're
Rock
gonna
You"
say.
from Queen.
It was terrible.
Not the
But
point,
not the point. But
because when they were doing the rehearsals,
you are my spirit animal, Brian. I rewound it.
okay, Alec was way more into dancing with Carlos than he's ever been into dancing with his partner.
At
Can
one
you blame
point,
him?
at
That's
one
true.
point, Carlos kind of reaches up and touches him.
And he giggles like a
He
schoolgirl.
He giggles like a little girl.
He giggles like Brian on vacation.
Giggles like a little girl. It was the best ever. That may be my favorite part of this season.
I know. That was like the first dance of this season that he looked like he was really into.
Well, did they then shortly afterwards give him a chainsaw and set him up with a hooker? Because the producers are really determined.
The producers are very
to sell
invested in
this
his
dude
being
as-
straight.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, they are. Here is why. TMZ reported this week that ABC has said there will be no more guy-on-guy dancing
Oh, for fuck's
on
sake.
Dancing with the Stars.
Ever or just this season?
Well, I'm not sure, but apparently in the next week or two, they're having this artist come on to perform his song, and there'll be a dance to it. And the artist, his name is Who Is Fancy? And you will be surprised to learn that he is homosexual. And that his song Boys Like You is about two men falling in love. And so they wanted to have two guys dancing, and ABC has put the kibosh on this. There will be no faggotry on Dancing with the Stars.
Except for the
You got a taste in week 9.
Except for the 21 seasons
Yes.
before this
21
one.
seasons of evidence. And the professional dancers.
And that lovely Vogue rendition.
That
from
Vogue
Paula.
edition.
That's why.
Or
Once
the time
Louis was gone.
Or the time when Louis danced in the rainbow. But other than that,
It's
no
good.
gay.
I'm so impressed with your depth of knowledge of Dancing with the Stars.
But
It's
who is
kind of
fa-
like my As the World Turns
It
knowledge.
is. It's
A
like
dancing
taking the
show
place.
with no queerty in it.
Who Is Fancy is going to debut his song Boys Like You,
Is
featuring
anyone else thinking
terrible
of Reba
toddler
McEntire?
Ariana Grande and Meghan Trainor, who is a person.
She's all about the bass.
And they, oh, okay, is that who she is?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
And
yeah.
then
She's
she
the one that
also-
sold that song to the diaper company and then
Yes.
gave us that terrible
and gave us that
child
terrible
molesting commercial.
I don't watch commercials
Awful.
anymore, and I don't know why you guys do.
She's also the one that has that Dear Future Husband song, which I
Oh,
find
yes.
repugnant.
Oh, yes.
Repugnant.
Okay, on a scale of 1 to I'll never let your head hit the pillow without my hand behind it.
God.
Where does this fall?
What the fuck is that?
I hate that song so much.
So do you hate the husband song more or less?
Okay, so that horrible one is 10, then Husband's a 7.
Okay. All right.
What horrible song is about the hand behind the head? 'Cause
Oh, chewing on your
it's
tongue.
John Mayer.
Oh, the bubblegum.
Yes, God, I hate that song so much.
Yet she loves Iggy Pop.
Bubblegum tongue.
Bubblegum
right?
Tongue. I hate that song.
Is it really called Bubblegum Tongue?
No, it's I don't know.
I am so
Never
not
let
cool.
your head hit the pillow unless I'm
Body is
holding
it-
it because I'm going to push it down to my crotch. I hate.
Is it Body is a
Hate.
Wonderland?
Body is a Wonderland. Your body is a
Your
Wonderland.
body is Wonderland.
Hate that song. Hate.
I'm so uncool. Why am I even part of
Hate.
this?
We're so old. That's like popular music to us. Meghan Trainor is a person.
Meghan
yeah,
Trainor is a
Grandpa.
person.
She's all about the bass.
Like had the biggest hit.
No trouble.
Okay.
So yes. So no guy on guy dancing on Dancing with
I'll
Stars.
no offense, but I'll believe it when I
American
see
Broadcasting Christian.
it. I'll believe it when I see it. I thought CBS was the old person channel.
It used to be, but now it's young and vibrant with hits like NCIS and NCIS Los Angeles and NCIS New Orleans.
An
You know a lot
NCIS
about
nursing
NCIS,
home.
kid.
And your favorite show, CBS Sunday Morning.
Hey, do not diss CBS Sunday Morning. I do watch it every week, and y'all can suck it.
It
Hey,
goes down easy with
You
a
gotta
bowl
have
of
something to
Raisin
watch
Bran.
when your bladder gets you up at 5 o'clock.
Exactly. And fuck all y'all. That show, I love that show. And y'all can suck it.
Sit down
Charles
with
Kuralt is my spirit animal.
with a tall, cool glass of Metamucil.
You say it like cream of wheat isn't your friend, Mo.
I love cream of wheat.
Shit. Oh, that's awful.
Okay, do you guys want to do some listener letters?
Oh, please.
Letters, plural.
There's just a couple.
They're all
Okay.
from the same person.
Okay, can I just say while you're looking those up that one of our listener friend
Uh-huh.
in
Friend of the show.
in New Jersey, a friend of the show, Lisa, says to me, and I quote, "Who's Brian? He's hilarious."
That's true.
So I guess we're just your Greek chorus.
It's like
And
real
I'm
life.
beginning to question your edits.
My edits.
Well, yes, because you're the star now.
He spent the
He's going to be a star, a very, very big star.
You're the Neely of the group.
Sparkle Brian.
My edits
Sparkle
are
Brian.
taking the chunk of shit we record and putting some music between them, which I really need to adjust the volume on because the music is much louder than the show.
Really? That's
But I
saying
don't
something.
really know how to do that yet.
Is it louder than Leanne?
If only we had a lesbian.
Nothing
we
is
could
louder
talk
than
to.
Leanne.
If only we had a lesbian we could talk to about technical things.
Okay, well, it will be some comfort to you then that Cliff likes Mo best of all.
What?
He
You're
sent
the
me this.
star.
He sent me this. It
Really,
was
really
just,
big star.
It was just when I said she's soaring, she's having the time of her life, and you said, "Is that?" He says he cackled with glee.
I don't. What did I don't.
We were talking about Dancing with the Stars and Bindi.
Uh-huh.
She's soaring. She's having the time. Jesus Christ!
Every day.
Every day is a new day for you, isn't it?
She's always meeting new people.
I gasped and said, "What?"
Anyway, the you said you gasped and said, "Is that like? Is that what that means?"
Oh.
God bless you.
It was funnier at the first part.
Anyway, the subject line was "Good job, Mo." So
Nice.
I was accidentally funny.
your
So
number one fan.
Our listener likes
prepare to be hobbled.
He's going to keep you in a room
Sorry,
with an
Cliff.
axe.
Even a blind pig will find a truffle, I guess.
Cliff wanted to clarify a point on our discussion regarding pluralizing names.
Oh, God. If it
Add an
involves, if it involves an
Add a-
apostrophe, I don't want to know.
He wants to submit that the last name ending in ch, the pluralization for ch is pronunciation dependent. For example, Yuletide greetings from the sandwiches versus
I love the
Yuletide,
sandwiches.
Yuletide
I know.
greeting from the box.
And honestly, it wasn't about. In all fairness, that discussion was more about using the goddamn apostrophe to make it plural than whether you use IES or ES or S. But love you,
Yuletide-
Cliff. Keep the letter coming.
Yuletide greetings from the box.
Boxes.
Or well, actually, he wrote that.
That was cool.
He wrote that in German, so I'm just.
Just put one of those sloth things on there. Can't
Doesn't
you?
it
Just
just need doesn't an umlaut make it
Yeah,
make it
exactly.
one of
plural?
those German squiggles.
But he also had the Big Apple says Happy Hanukkah, the Cokes or the Koches. I think it's the Koches. It's the Koches.
I think it's the
Big
Cox.
Apple. No, it's Mayor Koch.
Cock.
Koch. But if it were a Koch brother, which I think is spelled basically the same way,
It'd be cock.
As long as you want to know something, I don't really care what you do as long as it's not an apostrophe.
the arbiter
I can forgive
has
a lot.
spoken.
I will forgive a lot, but I will not forgive the apostrophe.
I'm with you, Leanne.
Thank you, Kelly.
Put a musical note on
It's
the
really
end.
hard since we're not fan favorites.
It really.
With the,
Like,
Yeah.
as Brian and Mo
Like
are.
Brian and Mo, suck it, Cliff. And who was it? Lisa. Suck it, Cliff and Lisa. Leanne and I are going to go out and get our own fan favorites.
And we are the
Leanne,
backbone.
we'll write a letter next week.
I'll get Joe to do it.
Have him sign someone else's name.
Dear
Okay,
sir
that'll
or
be
ma'am.
To whom it may concern.
the subject
Kelly-
line for this one is "Was it credited?" which apparently is something we said at one point. I don't know who said it or the context, but
But
That's our whole show.
Cliff,
I will no doubt remember.
Cliff says the other people on this tram in Munich must think I'm having organ failure or something due to the groaning.
Well, you're an ugly American, Cliff. Sorry.
so what? We said something about what? I don't understand what's
I
happening.
I think he pulled out something
Again.
we said, stuck it in the subject line, and
okay, got it.
yeah, and like I said, no idea of the context of that.
Okay, all right.
So much shit falls out of my mouth and your mouth
And mine.
and Leanne's and Mo's.
And Mo
But
really doesn't
apparently,
remember.
everything that falls out of yours and Mo's is golden.
Yeah.
Leanne and I'll just go shit in the corner while you lay the golden eggs here on the
if we're-
microphone.
If you want to maintain the trend, it's his driveway.
I'm a regional treasure.
Just like during the
Hey, what
Royals
did you
parade.
Just during the Royals parade.
What did the subject line say, Brian?
It's credited?
Was it credited? Was it credited?
Oh.
I don't know.
That sounds like something Mo would say.
I periodically re-listen to our shows, so I will. I will listen.
Of course, that's why you're a fan favorite.
What does that even mean?
I don't know. It just felt like something.
I've listened to our shows. I'm trying to improve my laugh. I cackle like a...
Oh, don't, Mo. Never change.
Cliff also wants some clarification on the 2 spaces at the end of a after a period.
Kelly,
but no,
I'm letting you carry this one.
Well, I've actually already posed it to her.
He has,
because he said, "Are 2 spaces end of sentence punctuation permissible or even desirable when my font of choice is of the monospace variety, like an old typewriter?"
And here would be my answer: why are you using a monospace font?
I wouldn't even know a monospace.
This is why you're not a fan favorite, Kelly.
I'm not a fan favorite. But no, actually, I'm going to throw
This
that
week.
one. I'm going to throw that
change
one
next
to
week.
Maureen, who is Cliff's favorite, and let her answer
And
it
a graphic
because
and also
she's a graphic
designer.
designer. So there you go, Maureen.
It's true. I have ordered type before. I have spec'd type. I'm probably the only person you know who has actually spec'd type from a typesetter. I've done that. Yep.
So do they build in the extra space in a
no, when
font
you're
on a
using
computer?
monospace,
So they don't build in an extra space. So you do 2 spaces, is what you're saying.
I'd be okay with that.
Okay.
We
Okay, can I just say
There
that
you go,
most people
Cliff.
in the world aren't going to know it's a monospace font or not.
Yeah.
It doesn't say monospace font.
I don't
No, but for example, like the most popular monospace font is like Courier, right?
Sure.
So everybody knows Courier.
Although I
and
will-
everybody
If you're
knows.
using Courier, it's because somebody yelled at you for using Comic Sans.
And that was me, probably.
Well, I always use Courier in my technical documentation when I'm like doing command lines and stuff.
Because somebody yelled at you for using Comic Sans.
No.
In your command
You're gonna have
Because
a
you don't have
hellacious-
access to times? What?
No, because
Geneva is too hard.
Verdana isn't available?
it's easier to discern the characters with that monospace because you're typing things that aren't words.
Oh.
Well, then who gives a shit?
I mean, sys0 frm execute job.wsf doesn't.
So there are no
really roll off the
so there are
tongue.
no periods, is what you're saying.
So here's my question for you, though. When you're doing that kind of code, spaces matter.
Oh.
Enough said.
Yeah, you're gonna
Drop
have.
the mic.
What was that?
That was Leanne dropping the mic or setting it on fire or something.
And let me just say, the last word on it: prestige, bitches. That's the monotype, the monospace type font
Oh my
you want to
God!
use.
You wait a minute.
Prestige.
You can't remember
Bitches.
what you said 3 minutes
Exactly.
ago. Because
But-
you're basically a goldfish.
But you can remember prestige.
Well, she can still remember things from many years ago before she started drinking heavily. So
Sure, we'll blame the drinking. Why not? I'm going to ask my hand puppet. Is this true? Oh, see.
And that's it for Dancing with the Stars and letters from our listeners. If you would like to send us a letter and tell us what a bunch of assholes we are,
And don't use 2 spaces after the period.
or maybe you want to tell us how much you love me and Mo,
And when you send it, what font are you going to use?
Comic Sans.
Prestige, bitches.
terriblepeoplepodcast@gmail.com. And now it's time to stand at attention with your nose firmly pressed in Kelly's feminist killjoy corner.
It's a smoke-free, meat-free, male-free environment.
Trigger warning, you mentioned men.
And trigger warning, it's none of those things.
It's almost like being raped. God. Did we hit everything on that one?
Is
You
there
know-
someone we didn't
I-
offend with that intro?
I offended
You know,
myself.
fuck that. This
with
is
all
what
that offense.
this is what happens when I'm force-fed a diet of Jezebel links from you bitches all day long.
Hey, I didn't send you any Jezebel links. All my links were smart bitches, trashy novels.
Oh, yeah, that was good. And we're going to get to that.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway,
All right. What do you all?
Trigger warning. We're getting to that.
Trigger warning. Leanne's going to speak.
Brian just did the intro. It's your turn now.
Oh, I thought you were going to talk about how you miss it.
Oh my God, you all are the worst.
Okay, I'll start.
You got some gain on that mic, yeah.
I know.
Yes.
I'm gonna have to turn that down. Do you want me to? Let's start over.
Oh no, that was good. No, oh yeah, I'm okay with it.
Oh,
You should-
Brian's afraid this is going to offend his fan.
Well, I'm sure it's not going to make any new fans for us, Leanne.
Ah, shucks.
All right.
Anyway.
You all wanted to read me to filth.
Well, yes, but
Again.
yes.
Okay, I'll start. I have not stepped foot in a Hobby Lobby since the Supreme Court decision came down.
Because you're a good person.
Because I'm a good person. But oh my God, do I miss Hobby Lobby. I've saved so much money, but I miss Hobby Lobby. I loved Hobby Lobby. It was a terrible place for me to shop because it's nothing but Chinese prison labor, but I don't care.
Where do you buy your testaments?
You could find the best crap at Hobby Lobby. And
Oh
yes,
no, you cannot.
yes, you can.
I was just in a Hobby Lobby yesterday.
Yes, that's what we're going to talk
And
about,
that's what
Brian.
we're leading into.
They don't have a patch on Michael's.
See, I don't think they
Michael's
do
is-
either.
Word.
Michael's and
is
Joann's.
expensive, even with the coupons. And Michael's doesn't have. It doesn't
Michael's
have the trashy ambiance.
I know
that
Michael's has
so
nice
love.
things, which is why I like it.
Yeah, but I bet your villages are cheaper at Hobby Lobby.
I
They're
don't
also
think his villages are
they're also
available
crap at Hobby Lobby. They don't even carry any of the big village producers. It's all like generic Chinese
It's
shit.
all Chinese.
And they're poorly painted and just shoddy all around.
Are you listening to yourself?
Now,
They're
here's the
North
reason.
Korean Christmas villages,
Exactly.
motherfucker.
Here's the reason that
And
Brian
nobody
knows.
says Christmas like North Korea.
So yesterday, I get a text message, and this. Oh, I guess I could actually.
It was a phone call, actually.
Oh, you're right. I can't read it because it was a
Dear,
phone call.
Dear feminist
I get a
killjoy.
phone call from Brian, and usually text. So I'm thinking it's somebody's in the hospital. I mean, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's we don't really like to talk to each other.
No,
I was driving.
Anytime I actually get a phone call anymore, I think someone's in the hospital, wherever. Depends on the area code who it's coming from. Oh, it's 816. Someone's in the hospital.
So
It's
proud to be an
417.
American
Someone's
at
in the
this moment.
hospital. So anyway, Brian calls me. I'm actually still in bed and says,
It was 2.
I was up late.
2:30.
I was up late.
Oh, did you stay up to watch the nightly news at 10?
I stayed up to watch the soup at 9. So anyway, I get a phone call, and Brian says basically he is in a Hobby Lobby.
No,
You weren't in it yet?
that was not. No, I had just been to Michael's, and I wanted to ask the feminist killjoy.
Uh-huh.
1-800-FEMINIST-KILLJOY.
I believe the conversation went something like this: if I go to Hobby Lobby,
Which is why I assumed you were already there. I think that's
Asking
fair.
for a friend.
I'm asking for a friend. If my friend goes to Hobby Lobby,
well, I kind of want to go to Hobby Lobby. Can I shop there with the following caveat?
yes,
I also have to go to the bathroom, and it's an IBS moment.
you have to shit. So let's just be
so,
real.
So if I have to shit, if I destroy their toilet,
Is that okay?
is that okay? Can I go to Hobby Lobby?
So my response was
I had to be in the same room as the toilet,
yes.
and I couldn't flush.
You could not flush.
We're putting the purge
But-
in purgatory. aren't
I
we?
think
But
I
I
would have made
also-
you shit in the aisle.
But I also said he couldn't spend money there. He then had to walk across the street to the Joann's or Michael's and spend his money there. I said he just got to destroy the toilet. He
We'll get
couldn't
to
actually
Joanne in a
spend
minute
money.
because that place is a shit show.
So, well, now Hobby Lobby's a shit show apparently.
Dancing with the Stars and craft stores reviews.
Just avoid 95th and Quivira.
yeah, exactly.
Did you poop in every stall?
What do you mean by in?
Did you poop in the urinal? Even better.
Did you poop in the ladies' room?
Per the lady's instructions, I was in the same room as the toilet.
So you pooped in the corner?
So then I get a text message a little while later saying basically that it has a photo of Brian in a camouflage Santa hat
God help us.
Not sure it was worth it. Just saying.
It wasn't really hard not to buy anything there because it's all shit, until I came across the camouflage Santa hat, and it was half off, and I had to have it.
So I get a
and then
picture.
He took a dump in a decorative vase.
Right. So I get a picture of Brian in the Santa hat, and he
On
says,
a cherub. He took a shit on a cherub.
on a cherub.
And a
testament. He took a shit on a testament.
And then I arranged some silk flowers in it.
I put some cheap Taiwanese silk flowers over the top
and
of
then
it. Nobody knew.
Sprinkled some glitter.
Somebody then paid $5 with a coupon for 50% off later.
And they placed the whole fucking thing in an end
Spoiler
cap.
alert, it was Leanne. It's now sitting on her mantle.
I put it on an end cap and marked it $5.99.
You'll notice that the exclusions for this week include the word shit. So anyway, he says, I get a photo of Brian in a camouflage Santa hat that says I spent if I give.
I said
$5.
I spent $2.50 at
Hobby Lobby
and overpaid.
And so I developed this theory in my mind.
As usual, where everything's okay.
No, I thought we have carbon
You
offsets.
developed a theory in your mind,
Where
or
you
you were trying to
purchase your
justify your bad behavior.
So basically, you became a Republican.
You're trying to justify your
Catholic.
patriarchal bullshit.
You bought a fucking indulgence.
Yeah, you bought a fucking indulgence. You bought a fucking indulgence from the feminist Killjoy. That's what you did. You bought a fucking indulgence from the feminist
Killjoy. She did
Killjoy.
not charge you enough.
And she was peddling them. So I decided, why can't we have crafting offsets?
Uh-huh.
What
Yes.
center of popery is this?
I want to kiss you on and about your mouth right now.
That was perfect.
That's what
I
the
think
Pope
that's
told
the
the
title.
altar boy, too.
I think that's the title for the whole episode.
I get a holiday shirt.
Can it just
Manner
be-
of popery?
Can it just be 50% off potpourri? Which way are we going to spell it?
Okay.
Anyway.
So I said, how much do I have to give to Planned Parenthood to offset my $2.50 purchase? I said, is $5 enough?
And we all
Or
snickered.
should I make it 10?
Uh-huh.
And Kelly said,
I said.
automatically having the facts in hand. $20 buys a month of birth control for someone who needs it. You need to donate $20.
And it makes you a better American.
Exactly.
So I went on the Planned Parenthood Federation website and I donated $20 and I sent you a screenshot of my
You
donation.
did. And I think that we should post the screenshot.
That was the most expensive goddamn camouflage Santa hat in the history of the world.
Well, I hope you fucking enjoy it.
I do.
Well, you spared our planet
the
another
only thing
crotch
that
dropping,
disappoints me,
at least for a month.
the only thing that disappoints me with that entire story is you didn't donate in Sam Brownback's name.
Yeah, you really needed to. I've got to admit, that was brilliant. When Leanne came up with that,
Pope
that was
Francis.
brilliant.
Oh, Pope Francis would have been a good one too.
Or maybe,
Do you have another 20?
could you donate it in Ratzinger's name?
No, because I ended up going back to Michael's for round 2. So all my money's gone.
Round 2 of poop.
I was going to say, did you shit in Michael's too?
No, I like Michael's.
You're too classy.
So
for me.
basically, I think that the takeaway that we can have from all of this is that we want all our listeners to, A, shit at Hobby Lobby
and not flush.
and not flush.
But
Two,
be in the same room as the toilet.
We're
donate
not
$20.
barbarians.
Donate $20 to I about said Hobby Lobby. Donate $20 to Planned Parenthood.
Well, okay, but
And you can
but
do it
should-
in someone else. You can do it in honor of somebody.
You can
And
do it in
spawn
honor
outrage
of Sam
on
Brown.
Facebook.
Is it a staggered scale? Like if I spend X at Hobby Lobby, I have to donate X to Planned Parenthood?
I like this. I like where this is going.
Is it
I
for our
think
crafting offsets program?
So you had to donate basically 10 times, correct?
Well,
no, it's more like 20.
I think it depends how many people he asks for help at Hobby Lobby. If you ask 3 people for help, you need to supply their birth control for 3 people.
That's fair. I think that's fair. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I know. Okay, no, I got it. It's how many people who are working there that you run into. So if you run into 5 people working there, then you do $100. If you run into...
Oh, you're never going to run into anybody working at Hobby Lobby until you go to the fucking
It's
checkout.
like Home Depot.
There is no help on the floor.
Well, it's probably because everybody quit because they're not getting
Also,
their
apparently
insurance.
nobody pays in cash anymore because I pulled out a 20 to pay for this and then had to wait like 10 minutes for them to go get change for the register.
Usury.
See,
This
you
nice
shouldn't-
lady was like apologizing, and then her gouty manager came over, lumbering and limping, and took the 20 and then disappeared and helped like 4 more people and then finally brought back the change.
By Gowdy.
Well,
You don't mean...
she would probably be happier if she
He
could
means
have
the
birth control.
designer of
That's what I was thinking.
Sangria.
Right. That was what I was thinking. I'm intrigued by
Sangria in
this.
Barcelona. Is he still around? God damn.
I guess he's
Sangria.
working at Hobby
Family time.
Lobby. I assume he doesn't need birth control, so it's probably okay for him.
He flew back to Barcelona to make change. It's like the change for dollar sketch from Mr.
Well,
Chef.
he had
Fishing
to
it
put
out of the
into-
fountain.
He had
Yeah.
to put it into pesos, and then he had
Exactly.
to convert
God
it back.
damn it, it's
and-
too late to fly
Euros.
home. I'm sorry I snapped at you.
So crafting offsets make them a thing. Also, Joanne, etc. A shit show. They have nothing there for me. If I was a seamstress, maybe, but
The thing about Joann's is A, it is basically a fabric store.
It is a fabric store.
And B, all the women who used to work at Hobby Lobby but
Went
wanted
to
to have birth
Joann's?
control now work at Joann's.
Look, if it's basically a fabric store, why the etc.? Because it is, in fact,
well, no,
Joann's.
etc. Etc. means something. It's like everything
means
that's
and
crafty or
every
something. or-
crafty thing or something.
Really,
Every
you guys have
crafting
parsed
thing.
this? Seriously?
No, but
No,
that-
it's on the
no,
sign.
that's their thing.
Well, I do believe it started out as being just Joann's fabric.
Everything
Yes.
crafty. That's it.
Everything crafty. Ta-da. But it's not.
From
That's
the
a lie.
Latin.
That's a lie.
Hey,
Joanne.
I happen to remember-
Joanne is a fucking liar.
I remember a field trip from here to the Joann's out in
We did.
that's Shawnee,
We and that's
to buy
where-
letters so we could all spell
So we could spell
Merry Christmas,
Merry Christmas.
whores.
no, it was
and-
Merry Christmas cunts.
Merry
Cunts.
Christmas cunts.
and War on Christmas.
And War on Christmas.
I got the ones that spelled War on Christmas.
I still need to
yes.
finish that.
Yeah,
with the blood splatter.
It's only been a year.
exactly.
It is a craft project. They do take time.
They take a while.
Especially if you don't have a dedicated crafting cubby.
Like Brian.
It's conceptual. Unlike certain people,
Philistines.
my parents don't fly in and just do my job for
Oh.
me.
Your craft project, like the War on Christmas, is never finished.
Was that supposed to be deep and meaningful?
Sure, why not?
Okay.
Dark-sided.
Okay, so anyway, shop at Michael's because their
So-
shit's better.
And,
And
there's
if-
coupons.
and if
do
you
not
have-
shop at Michael's without a coupon.
With that, it's true.
And
And
you
if you
ever-
And there was like 60% off
Not
yesterday.
everything.
and if you have to
Everything
take
I
a
bought.
shit, do it at Hobby Lobby.
If you have to take a disgusting, foul, liquid shit,
Yeah, but that's...
do it at Hobby Lobby.
They probably put their bathrooms way in the back, too, don't they?
They do.
They all put their bathrooms one in the back.
What do you want to be in the middle of the sales floor?
What? McDonald's. Man, you want to pop
Wait
in
a
and
minute.
turn right.
Wait a minute. Those toilets in the middle of the Home Depot.
No wonder there's no privacy and no toilet paper.
I push that lever again and again and again.
Who needs toilet paper when you can just reach over and grab a card if you're at the...
Some wrapping paper.
It's okay. I brought my paint samples.
You're a beautiful, beautiful man. Oh, it's splendid.
So Mikey and I took a vacation without you, sad sacks.
Bitch.
You suck.
Silly cow.
I believe I invited all of you.
Okay, when you invite us the day before,
It doesn't really count.
not really an invite, Brian.
You invited us to take care of your dog.
Yeah. You may have invited us, but it wasn't to go with you.
I think it was, I invite you to suck my dick.
Exactly.
And thank you for taking care of my elderly farting dog.
Oh my goodness, that
That was a
dog.
vacation in itself.
That
Let me say.
A
dog.
vacation from things that smell good. A vacation from a
Was-
pleasant environment.
Because seriously, it's not just
It
her
was an
ass.
olfactory adventure.
Her mouth smells as bad as her ass.
Her mouth smells fine.
No, it does not.
Dear
no,
God.
it does not.
Seriously? You need to be tested. There's something wrong with you.
She's too old to be put under anesthesia to have her teeth cleaned, so that's what she smells like. She's an old dog. Old dogs smell. Old people smell. You're not going to be a delightful
Jean Nate smelling bitch when you're old.
But by the time we all get old, our sense of smell will have deteriorated to the point that we can't smell each other. Right now, I still can smell that dog.
It's true. That odor traumatized me.
She's an old girl, and she's a good girl. She was nice at your house, except for taking the one giant dump.
The one giant.
It was an introductory dump. So I'm here.
Yeah. Within a few hours of being there.
I'm sorry. This is not Hobby Lobby? No?
She thought she was outside.
Clean up in aisle 2.
I don't doubt that she thought she was somewhere else because that dog spends most of her life thinking she's somewhere else.
You know what? She's reliving memories of the past. She's a good lady, and she's happy to be home.
I'm sure.
I bet.
No, she was off her schedule, so she took one giant dump in their house, but then after that she was very good. Yeah, and it was solid.
Yeah, that's true. It was easy to clean up. It was immense, though. Jesus Christ.
That dog.
You are overfeeding that dog, man.
That dog poops like the size of a lot. She took bigger shits than I've ever taken. Huge.
They were larger than the cat.
Yes. They weighed more than the cat. I can tell you that much. Huge.
An entire roll of toilet paper.
So again, thank you. Can't say it enough. Apparently, I can't say it enough.
That cup of colon blow you gave her.
Exactly.
Before
you brought her over.
We pay for premium dog food. I expect a firm, large dump.
Well, if that's what you expect, there's no doubt that's what you're getting.
Poor Liza.
I have seen smaller Christmas turkeys.
But she behaved well for you all.
Yeah, well,
she did.
You know, she's elderly.
Yeah, she doesn't move a whole lot.
No, she did, though. After she took the giant dump, she came over and got me. She's like, hey.
I did that.
Something happened to the rug.
Somebody shit in your living room.
You probably want to clean that up.
Probably look
wow,
at that.
something smells awful.
I gotta sleep there. So.
Do you mind taking care of that?
I'm trying to nap.
Hop to, monkey.
It's true.
Also, here's my other question about her mouth.
That's why the ass end smells so good, because it picks up some of that odor on the way through.
Also, it's slimy. Okay, because you have to
touch the mouth.
You have to stuff pills down her twice a day. And when I say
at home, she just eats them.
When I say pills,
oh God, we were like gloving up.
Seriously,
they had to draw straws.
Seriously,
to see who was
I got
do
to the point where I would put on 2 gloves to force that dog to take those pills because I knew she would slime me.
Man, I can't.
Yeah.
And I say this like as the person who sodomizes the dog.
Yeah.
Once a week
for medical reasons.
For medical
reasons, the beagle's
reasons.
got butthole problems.
Yeah, the beagle does have butthole problems. But yeah.
Well, her mouth is like 1.5 feet long.
Oh, boy.
Because she's a greyhound.
Well, that's what I said. You got to start from the side, sweetie. Start from the side.
Yeah, and of course, so Maureen says to me, my fingers aren't long enough. You do it. Oh, my God.
I know you're all's packed as Kelly handles the front end and you handle the back. So I think the division of labor was clear and you have no one to blame but yourself.
Yeah. Wow.
And you do, when she won't take the pill pocket, you do have to put it at the back of her tongue. Yeah. And it is pretty slimy back there.
Slimy.
But it washes right off.
Well, or you put a glove on like a sane person.
Just wash your hands.
I don't want that on my hand. Not even for a minute.
Not even for a minute.
It would ruin her manicure.
Yeah. That is a true fact.
Now, having seen this woman's toes, she probably could have got more distance.
That's probably true if I would have pushed it down with my toe.
dig through barehanded the rubble of her childhood memories, and her manicure was perfect.
That is true.
That's true.
Because I do love the gel. My manicure does stay
But
perfect.
That's different.
That is true. Oh,
That's
and
not alien acid.
yeah.
Fuck you, tornado.
Because I do think that there is that dog has some alien DNA. There was also the moment where she spit the pills out, and then the
That's a
other
patented Liza
dogs,
move.
then the other dogs surged,
Not bothered by the throat slime at all.
not bothered
It
by
must
the
be
throat
good.
slime, and started like fighting to eat the pills, and I'm screaming, no!
Because that's effective.
Hey, but then your dog slept for like 2 days.
That's
That's
fair.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Really.
Nobody
there
died.
There was the one mystery.
Yeah, there was a
I
mystery
took
one.
the pill pocket, and I was trying to figure out, like, if I changed the order up, if she'd be more likely to eat the pills or whatever. So I fabricated the pill gob and put it on the counter. And then
Oh
I
yeah,
fed
this is a
everybody.
gob of pills, by the way. We're talking
It's a big cut.
3 or 4
Yeah.
pills, depending on if it's morning or evening.
So I
Large pills.
So I fashion up the pill gob, and then I feed everybody, and then I go to get the pill, and it's just gone. Just gone. I still, to this day, don't know what happened.
We don't
to
know
that
what
one.
happened to that pill gob.
Somebody ate the pill gob.
It may
it
have been a
Have you
cat.
checked Kelly's pill box?
Exactly.
Lindsay Kelly.
Because tramadol and gabapentin are controlled substances.
True, they are. I was-
Opiates?
You know, one of them is. I was actually, when I looked up these pills after the dogs ate them, when I looked them up to see if anybody needed to go to the hospital
And get pumped out.
and get pumped out, or if we needed to, actually force the, what is it, you force down their throats?
Ipecac.
Well, no, that Ipecac or
Mustard.
the...
Mustard does it too.
Does
Hydrogen-
mustard do it too?
hydrogen
Yeah.
peroxide.
Hydrogen peroxide. Thank
Hydrogen
you.
peroxide,
So
yes.
when I looked this up, I was like, Jesus, this one is good. Oh, I don't know.
So anyway, we came up with all these
That
stories.
explains why I went with a full bottle of pills and came home with basically 2.
For the rest
So
of
we
the month.
manufactured these stories about the disappearing pills. No, seriously, I was like watching the cat like a hawk.
Yeah.
Like the cat ate like 2 of these fucking things. And this cat weighs like 8 pounds.
Like, what's going to happen?
Ah, jeez. This is
So
good.
basically, when you're not around, they roofie the cat.
It's true.
So again, thank you.
Oh shit, look at this elf. I'm looking at the magazine. That's a good elf.
This is no longer our Christmas special.
Oh, it's not?
No.
No.
Getting
This
it.
is where I tell you about my vacation, but so far I've spent the last 10
Oh.
minutes apologizing to
sorry.
you. Oh.
Go ahead.
As it
You don't
should
have
be.
to apologize. It's just
Go
dogs.
ahead.
Dogs are gross. They are.
So anyway,
At
we
their
had a
best,
great
they're
time
gross.
without you guys.
Well, everyone came back alive to your house, so there's that. We didn't manage to kill the elderly greyhound.
Yeah, I was really worried because I didn't want the second dog to die on my watch.
Well,
Get a reputation.
I actually said at one
Don't-
point,
don't
both
leave your dog
both to
alone.
Leanne and Maureen, I said, one day when Liza was not doing well, I said, oh God, I hope we don't have to put her down while they're out of town. And Maureen says, I will clean up bloody diarrhea for a week before I put that dog down while they're out of town.
I said I will weekend at Bernie's.
she
That
have bloody
fucking
diarrhea?
No, she didn't. She didn't. That was
That's
she,
what I
that was
said.
just her.
I will
If-
weekend at Bernie.
Yeah.
That dog.
Yeah, that was our other plan. We were totally going to tell you. Leanne was going to.
you photos.
Yeah, Leanne
The
was going to
dog.
come over, and we were going to weekend at Bernie's, the dog. Oh, she's just sleeping. We'll put her in the car for you.
Why is my dog wearing sunglasses?
Very bright out here. Very.
She has those old eyes, and she doesn't focus well.
Exactly.
Having a great time.
Oh, God bless her.
Yeah. No, she didn't. If she had bloody diarrhea, we would have taken her to the vet. But that was our worst case scenario. And
And they were close.
that dog was staying alive. Staying alive.
By
It wasn't-
hook or by
let's put it
crook.
this way: it wasn't a joking conversation. There was a day we were like, ugh.
Touch and go here.
Touch and go.
Actually, they had to draw straws to see who was going to go down and poke her.
Exactly.
Make
We
sure she
did. We
was
were
still
like,
awake.
does it fog a mirror?
She's looking over. Is she still breathing?
Well, she does nap a lot.
We got out the stethoscope. I am not shitting.
That's not. That is a true fact. We did. I thought she was. This is actually true. I thought she was an atrial fib. I thought she was an AFib, and
It's a
I
low
swear,
energy dog.
I really
listeners.
did. I
It
thought
is a
she was an
very-
AFib because at one point she was, well,
She hadn't moved in a bit.
She hadn't moved in a bit. And when I put my hand on her where her chest is, I thought her heart was doing the whole AFib thing. So we got the stethoscope out. Turns out it wasn't. So
Your expert medical opinion.
She doesn't know where a damn dog heart is as part of the problem. It's not the heart, sweetie.
apparently she has a tremor.
Benign familial
tremor.
familial tremor.
Just like me. My mouth isn't slimy.
Come here. I want to check that out.
Let's see how long your fingers are.
No, you give her those drugs, she'll just take them.
That's right.
You don't even have to use a pill popper.
Do you have an orange Gina to wash these down with?
As a matter of fact, I do. So anyway, your vacation.
We had a fantastic time. We went on the Derek and Romaine cruise, and some of you may remember, listening at home, that the cancellation of the Derek and Romaine show on Sirius XM was kind of the driver for us starting this podcast, because I didn't have my favorite show to listen to anymore, so I just decided I'd fucking spend a bunch of money and make my own.
To create a second-rate show to listen to.
Hey, we have production values. We don't.
We don't even have a budget.
So we went on the Derek and Romaine cruise. They had this cruise planned before they were canceled, and when they were canceled, they said they were going to go ahead and have it. We had actually just gotten back from our cruise that we all took together to Alaska when the show was canceled, and I told Mikey, pack your bags because it looks like we're going on another one. I'll just put it on the Amex. We'll figure it out later. And I did invite you to, but homophobia begins at home.
Yeah.
So the idea of spending 7 days with a bunch of fags, dykes, and trannies that you don't know didn't really appeal. Frankly, didn't appeal to me either. But I figured, worst comes to worst, I'll be on a ship. It'll be fine.
Where can you go?
Where can we go?
Yeah, you can always go overboard, I guess.
No, I mean, you can always just put your earbuds in and sit at the bar and drink. By the way...
As opposed to the Alaska cruise, where you just dodge the rascals the whole time.
NCL runs this promotion often where you can get a free unlimited beverage package with your 7-day cruise. Cannot recommend that enough. Saves so much money.
I enjoyed my free unlimited beverage package at home.
Dog slime.
So we ended up having a much better time than I had initially expected we would. Because I wanted to meet Derek and Romaine because I'd listened to them for like 5 or 6 years at this point. And
were you? Did you meet?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We met, talked several times. They were really good about like talking to everybody who was on the cruise for a few minutes, or as often as they could.
They mingled with the hoi polloi.
They did.
Hoity-polloi.
Hoity-polloi.
Derek's room was just down the hall from ours, and Romaine was in a suite 1 floor up. And we had a fantastic time, and we met some great people. And we actually spent a lot more time outside the cabin than I thought we would. Mikey was the primary driver of that. I would say because he was drunk. I would say I want to go back to the room and read for a while, and we'd get there, and then like 30 minutes later, he's like, "So you want to go out and do something?"
Attaboy, Mikey.
These unlimited beverages aren't going to drink themselves.
We ended up missing one stop, though. We did not get to go to Great Stirrup Key because the seas were too rough to tender in, which sucked. But the unlimited beverage package really kind of
took the pain off.
took the edge off of that.
Did they refund any of your money?
No.
Really?
Oh, no.
Oh, every time we've missed a stop, they've refunded our money.
Yeah, we've only missed one stop.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, it seemed like
Jamaica.
2.
Well, I think that's in their thing. Like, I mean, if you had an excursion booked.
No,
totally
they just
refund
gave
that.
us like
It's the
$200
docking-
back from
the
the
docking
docking fees.
No, it was like $50.
No, it was at least $100 because I think we got $200 for
All right.
for together. Yeah.
So somewhere between a nickel and $1 million.
No, I think it was about $100 per person. I don't know if kids or not, but yeah. So I think we got $200
I was
back.
drunk.
Anyway, it was fine. Actually, no one really cared because we were all drunk. Nassau is kind of a shithole. I have no need to go back there. The Bahamas, but
Beautiful water, though.
probably. You know me. I don't like to get my hair wet. So,
and by that he means it's pubic hair.
I was going to say the hair on his toe.
We went to the Atlantis Resort that day and went through the aquarium. It was nice. Anyway, but yeah, it was a really fun cruise. We met a lot of new people, made some friends who we are still in contact with. Our favorite people were actually not a part of the DNR cruise. We met a Canadian couple, Mark and Joan.
Because they're Canadians.
And they're incredibly nice. And they
Are you going to invite them to listen? Because they're Canadians, they won't say no.
Noted. I will invite them. Anyway, so yeah, fantastic vacation. I actually think you all would enjoy this cruise, even if you didn't participate in the Derek and Romaine bit of it, if you just booked the cruise, because it's a good time and there are lots of exciting new people to see and talk to, and quite a few to mock behind their backs. And I know you all, that is your favorite pastime.
I still
want to meet new people.
We don't like new people.
We really don't.
I didn't think I did either, and then I had a fantastic time.
I want to go on the
because we weren't there.
Yeah, it's true. If you all had been there, I probably wouldn't have met anybody.
Anyone. You wouldn't.
I want to go on the Soul Train cruise.
Oh, and we saw 2 shows while we were on the ship. Rock of Ages sucked.
You can't be surprised, really.
Burn the Floor, however, was fantastic. It was just like watching an episode of Dancing with the Stars.
Really?
Yeah, it was great. And
we got Vogue.
Well, it was all gay men.
Somebody decided to quit and manufactured a medical incident.
They choppered her off.
And then afterward, the dancers were taking pictures in the lobby with people. And so we moved in, and then Mikey totally cock-blocked me and ended up hugging on the guy while I was stuck with a chick. But we have a photo of that. I have a drink in my hand.
Very nice.
So...
That's a pocket gay.
Oh, he's very little.
Pro caliber cock blocking there, Mikey. Well done.
You have done that before.
And I was much more participatory in events than I probably would be in a normal way when confronted with homosexuals. Oh, and yeah, if you all were there, we just sit and drink somewhere. But
what?
We went to all the parties and and there was a couple of movie screenings. They screened The Poseidon Adventure.
Nice.
And they had a drinking game every time Shelley Winters says, Manny! And Laramie Project, because Romaine was a friend of Matthew Shepard. And the last night of the cruise, they handed out awards. And my favorite award went to our new friends, Ron and Jason, for having the loudest recorded sex on the ship. Apparently, Romaine was at dinner one night, and the waiter came over and got her and said, this lady at the other table would like to see you. The lady at the other table was also on the DNR cruise, and she had a recording of them having sex loudly through the shared wall of their cabin. And so that was probably my favorite award.
That's romantic.
I came in second for best hat, my bearded clam hat. Sadly, the mushroom head hat got it. I know, bearded clam, right?
You were robbed.
I was robbed.
You were robbed.
Fuck them, I was robbed.
Those judges must have all been vegans.
So anyway, y'all should come on this cruise. We're going back to Alaska. We signed up for it while we were on the ship. Bought a credit,
But it goes back to the same places we were in.
Yeah. We had good times in those places, and there were other things we wanted to do.
I want to go to Cuba.
Everybody wants to go to Cuba, but nobody's sailing there yet except that one cruise line.
Oh, they start in May. Carnival does.
I'm not going back on a Carnival ship.
Like
now that I've been on NCL, I'm not going back to a Carnival ship.
The volunteer part, you like,
America.
Oh, I would totally do Holland
give
America.
$1 to
or Royal
an
Caribbean.
orphan.
They have meringues.
Or Princess.
on the
Or Celebrity. Or anything but Carnival. I'd go on a fishing boat. A garbage scow.
We'll take a merchant freighter.
Whatever drops radioactive waste off in the Marianas Trench, I will go on that before I go back on a Carnival
Well,
ship.
it's Cuba.
That's
We could
fair.
probably just strap a whole bunch of radial tires together. And DIY, baby.
Honestly, we could probably swim.
Okay.
I mean, what's her name?
So that means you float and we pull you?
Yes.
Okay.
Because what's her name did it, right?
All right, Deborah Nyad.
Yeah.
She swam that shit.
We could do it.
We're queer.
Didn't she get stung by jellyfish?
Okay, yes.
We'll wear wetsuits.
She finally made it. She tried twice. She made it on the third try, right? And her best friend.
Oh, they weren't pretending, were they?
Maybe not at that point. I think they had been pretending earlier.
So where are you vacationing next year?
We have talked about Colorado. We have talked about Mom wants to go to...
Didn't you have a thing planned for Colorado or something?
Yes, and then my parents got cancer.
And then your parents got cancer. Okay.
Instead, we got cancer.
Instead, we had cancer.
Which is like a vacation from anything you enjoy.
Yes. So we talked about Colorado.
It was 2 weeks with cancer patients in Joplin.
So there you go.
So that's good.
Definitely not Colorado.
Do you have to pry their mouth open and put the pills in the back too?
We did not.
How are their mouths? Slimy?
I don't know.
I'm sure you didn't. Maureen, weigh in?
Didn't spend a great deal of time checking.
Okay.
Mom would like to go to Charleston and Savannah. So we have talked about that.
Haven't you been to both of those places?
Yes, but... I would
them to go to Chattanooga. I want them.
Yeah, we would along the way also go to Chattanooga, and we also talked about something else. I forget now what. And then Cuba. I still want to go to Cuba.
Everybody wants to go to Cuba. We'll go to Cuba.
We have to go before it gets all built up. Didn't you say you met someone who was going to Cuba?
I have the contact.
Leanne knows a guy who's been to Cuba several times to take photos.
He's been going for years.
We need
to
go
fly
to
Cuba if you go out of Canada.
He has a photo that gets him through checkpoints because it's him and Fidel Castro's brother.
Nice. Now,
Raul?
also, Maureen's mother wants us to go to New York. So, I don't know.
By us, she just means you two, right?
I don't believe we're included.
I don't think we're included in the us part.
We could just show up.
Yeah, that would... Yeah.
Oh, we did have a great time in New York before the cruise because we got to see our friend Patty, and we walked the entire length of Central Park, and which is much longer than you think.
Oh, it's a big space.
I got to visit a number of gift shops, including the Museum of Natural History and the New York Public Library, and the New York Historical Society.
A lot of gift shops.
I didn't get anything.
I feel a little... I think Mo got some cards that were on sale.
And some rum.
I got rum.
And some rum cakes.
And rum cakes.
It's not like any of us actually have a charm bracelet.
Oh, actually, here's a weird thing. On the island of Nassau, you can't find a charm for love nor money.
It's funny how it's hard to find charms anymore.
In the city of Nassau.
It is
You're
tough.
You're going to have to switch over to those other bracelets.
Well, I still want to do my uncharming bracelet.
I know.
Yeah, all the gift shop.
Every single one. Must have been
It's weird.
Sunday.
We were there on a holiday.
It's the Lord's Day.
Every time we were in port, it was a holiday.
Oh my God. We went to something called the Straw Market in Nassau.
Oh, yeah. That's supposed to be the thing.
Oh, it is not the thing, I assure you. I will never.
The one you go to. You want the one that doesn't have the tourists in it.
The only way I will ever interact with the Straw Market again is to go past it at a dead run. We were walking down the street and we saw it, and I was like, "Oh, Mikey, there's a Straw Market. We should go there." Next thing I know, some lady is running out to us, hustling us off the street, taking us into the bowels of the Straw Market.
Did you try to braid your hair?
No, but you can get that done as soon as you get off the strip, and white girls cannot get enough of that shit.
I know.
There was a line of like 20-year-old white girls just waiting to be braided.
They love to appropriate that shit.
Oh, the worst. Worst.
It's okay on vacation.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
It looks fucking terrible at any time.
You're on vacation, you have to wash it.
It looks
and you
okay
can
when
swim
you're a
in
child.
it and all that. It's fine. It's fine on vacation.
No,
I
reject that.
Girls.
I rebuke you.
When the little girls get it done, it's okay. When it's little girls on vacation, it's okay.
Girls, if you want the low maintenance hair on vacation, it's cool.
No, it's not.
Oh yeah, you ain't got no hair.
Yeah, wait until you have to sleep on all those fucking beads, white girls.
Oh, you know all about having long hair, do you? Folks, as a person with like
I'm just saying, our
pelts
cruise
on
ship,
their
I
head.
saw like 40 chicks getting braided. By the time we got home, I saw no more braids. That shit had to come out.
And were there any
They
people
put
of
them in
color
like
on
Nana
the cruise
puts them
ship
in, you know,
outside of the
eyes on
staff?
Yes, there were.
Really?
Yeah.
That always surprises me.
Oh, well, it's out of New York and New Jersey, and also the New Jersey schools were off that week, so there were more children than I expected, but that really didn't affect me negatively in any way because I still said cunt a lot.
It's just like being around my kids.
Exactly. You brought them. I'm here. I don't know what to tell you. Take them away if you don't like it. What are your children doing at a bar at 2 a.m. anyway?
True story.
So, yeah.
All things you've
It's
said to me.
educational.
So she takes us into the bowels of the straw market, and she goes over her entire inventory.
Of shitty t-shirts.
Oh, it was shitty T-shirts. It was shitty magnets. It was shitty crafts. It was just shit a go-go.
Shitty charms.
Mikey ended up buying...
Apparently not, because I didn't get one.
No shitty charms.
Snow globes.
Although I did get accosted on the street also to buy a thread bracelet of some sort that said Bahamas on it that was apparently made by school children.
Oh, Leanne.
I have a bunch of those.
But wait, tell the story, Leanne.
About
Yes,
your dad?
yes.
All right, so we're in Cozumel.
I think it was Cozumel.
I'm pretty sure it was Cozumel.
Yeah.
And we were hanging out with Mo's dad, and there was a gentleman at one of the markets, and he was making the thread bracelets, and he would put your name in them. So we thought that would be cool for my son's friends to take back because they were cheap. So he's making like 6 different bracelets with 6 different names, and the thread is running out of his pants. And Mo's dad leans over to me and goes, "You don't want to know what that thread's tied around the other end." I still have the penis thread bracelets because it makes me laugh.
Well, the lady assured me when she grabbed my arm that she was not trying to sell me anything.
Oh, that's what happens when they grab your arm.
And
They're
then-
only being friendly.
And
Yeah.
then she told me that these were made by school children as a welcome to people who were coming to the Bahamas, and then she would like $5.
Did she peel the Made in China sticker off?
After she had already tied it on me, she wanted $5. I gave her $3 because I'm nice and also easily guilted into it.
Your story.
That white liberal guilt is
White
strong.
liberal guilt, yeah, and they know. So the straw market lady, we were deep in the bowels of the straw market. Mikey bought like 3 walking turtles for the guys at work. They're like coconut shells, and you do them like a yo-yo, and then the turtle walks around. And so we were so deep into the straw market that we could not get out without being accosted by every other settler between us and the nearest exit. So never again.
So
it was
you swam
exhausting.
for it?
So yeah, good time.
Nice.
I want you to go. I think you have a good time. Back to Alaska. We can do a helicopter tour and hold puppies. What? What do you have against helicopters and puppies? It's like you don't like things that are nice.
Where's the
You
one
can
go
hold
the year
puppies,
after next?
Obviously.
You can hold puppies while you're in the helicopter. It's a new
Caribbean.
thing.
Which
I want to
part?
like
I don't know yet.
tramping
It hasn't
around in
been
the woods
finalized.
and walk right past bears like I did apparently. I walked
Can't they go
across
to
that.
South America?
Probably.
Yeah, we need to go to South America.
Yeah.
Except again, cruise? No. I want
Yes,
see
because-
things in South America.
Yes, but if you go, we'll talk about it later.
We'll talk about it now.
No, just call Joe and plan the Machu Picchu
Machu
trip.
Picchu.
Machu Picchu.
He's all yours.
I want to go to Montevideo.
You can do that too.
Where can you chew the coca leaves?
Anywhere in South
Anywhere you
America.
want.
Well, that's all. That's on the Pacific side, in the Andes.
Okay, I want to go there. I want to get high on the coca leaves.
You don't really get high on the coca leaves, though.
And I
You
want
just-
to take the train up the mountain, get high on the coca leaves,
And
and
then
then
walk
take the
down.
train down the mountain.
Trust me, if we go to
God, no, I'm not walking
if
down.
we-
Are you mad?
If we go to Montevideo, you can get fucked up on whatever you want, man. It's Montevideo. It's on the other side of the bay from Sao Paulo, except it's like less crime.
Which isn't really saying much.
No, it really is.
Why don't we go to Brazil? Why don't we go to Brazil?
For the Olympics.
Yeah, we could do that.
Montevideo, now with 10% less stabbings than Sao Paulo. That's quite a brochure you have there, Montevideo.
Kidnapping with less rape.
You're almost guaranteed not to be raped sometimes.
Just ransomed. Just ransomed.
They'll behead
They're
you
decent
before
God-fearing
they rape
people.
you.
Oh, that's very thoughtful.
No, it's Uruguay. Uruguay is good. They've got legal dope and gay marriage. They're one of the firsts. What's not to like about legal drugs and gay marriage?
The rape and stabbing.
I told you, it's a lot less rape. Actually, it's a lot less robbing in Sao Paulo. I say that, and then, like, if we went and somebody got, like, robbed, they'll be like, it's your fault. You suggested
Well, I
this.
hope if I get robbed, I get raped too.
With a coffee cup?
A cocoa leaf.
Paging Buck Trungle.
Lie
Buck
back
Trungle.
and chew on the coca leaf. And think of Montevideo.